Hello, my name is Ken and I'll be giving a presentation regarding parental child abduction. The purpose of this presentation is to inform you guys about parental abduction and the consequences it has leading up to in the future. Did you know an estimated of 203,900 children are victimized of parental abduction, which has resulted in negative consequences for the child and has been labeled as a child abuse, according to Hammer and his accomplishments. Parental child abduction has resulted in many children's emotional detachments from the deceived kidnapper parents. In regards to my topic, I'll be discussing why parental kidnapping occurs and the consequences for the child. Not to mention, parental abduction manipulation plays a huge role in this. Every day, a kid is abducted by by one parent or guardian in violation of the other parent's custody rights, causing harm to the child. I conducted research on my issue and discovered that many children face long-term effects in their lives, and this is due to the parents' actions. The separation or divorce of many parents has resulted in parental child abduction. This has resulted in disagreements about who retains the child and when a parent has visitation rights. As regards to Fulcomer, he states, post-divorce's parental child stealing has been on the rise, increased since mid-1970s, paralleling the rise divorce rates and escalating legislations over child custody. Majority of the parents are depressed, mainly because they don't have their child with them. They feel compelled to stealing them. Since other parents has restricted number of days to visit them, it leaves them feeling as they don't have the right over their child, since they don't receive enough time with them. Separation really plays a huge role on parental child abduction, and them doing this is one main reason as if they want to spend time with them. As the law has always restricted the time away from them, they feel compelled to doing what they have to do to be with a child. When a child's parents kidnaps him or her, it has the potential to cause many problems to the child that they will face in the future. It causes long-term problems for them, which can be problematic. Children are unsure whether the parent is telling the truth and fear dishonesty from them. They engage distrust due to the abuse the parent has done to them. As to feeling anger towards the parental abductor, because the parental abductor is fabricating reasons for why they aren't allowed to see the other parent. This causes the child to experience fear, develop mistrust, and be confused. As to when they get older, they enable separation anxiety disorder. This causes the child to have difficulties to communicate and trust someone in the future. According to Alder, children are often deprived from schooling, Medicare, and they learn to distrust the little authorities that could help them. This is because the parent persuades them to believe that everyone who tells them something is lies, and they're the only ones who they can trust in. The parental abductor manipulates the child as to why they aren't allowed to see their parent or why the other parent hasn't come to see them. This is a way the abductor can enhance a good relationship with their child by making them seem as a good person and making the other parent seem as a bad person. They imprint an ugly image to the child, making them believe that the other parent has abandoned them. They intimidate the child by saying that the other parent is dangerous. According to Himalaya, causing the child to believe that they will be loved and cared by complying with the parent. What she means by this is the parental abductor convinces the child to believe that no one will love them or care for them as the way as they do. This is a form of child abuse, where the parental abductor makes the child do something they don't want to do and believe every little thing they say. When the parental abductor has convinced the child about how the other parent has abandoned them, doesn't love them, or doesn't care for them, is one reason for why they're doing it. Is so they won't find out the truth as to why they aren't looking for them and why they had to separate them from the other parent. Today I talked to you about parent-child abduction and why it is such a big deal in terms of a child's mentality. Parental child is caused by parents' activities, which produces emotional distance and mental mentality in their children. My goal of this discussion was to encourage parents to think twice before separating their children from their father or mother, because of the long-term consequences that will be made on them. Thank you for listening to my speech on parental child abduction. I hope you learned something from my presentation.